Fantastic. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're delighted to be joined now by Graham Cluley and Carole
Theriault.
I got it right, second time of trying. So welcome to you both. Thanks for joining us on Bacon One. I believe you've got a question to ask us right at the beginning.
Oh, we have so many questions. I mean, how long has this conference been going on so far?
It's been since 8 p.m. last night.
8 p.m. last night.
Have you actually checked? Is this the world's longest ever security conference in one go? I mean, is this, this must be some kind of world record.
I bet not. I bet not.
I think DEF CON is an entire semester of university, including the parties.
Oh, come on. So, it doesn't really, it's nothing like this, because here we've got a core group of people who are basically spinning plates. You're keeping everything going, you're entertaining everyone.
So Graham, shush for a sec.
Oh, sorry.
How many people are actually hosting this? So how many times do you guys get away from the mic and do a stretch and stuff, have a pee, stuff your face with pizza, whatever?
There are 3 of us essentially hosting. So Ian, Sean and myself. Beer Farmer John, who's got a family and other commitments, he's dipped in and out a couple of times, but it's been predominantly the 3 of us.
You say that, but I'm pretty sure I saw John tweeting that he had a party to go to this afternoon. I think, how much notice does a man need?
Graham, this is the problem. There is 2 security researchers in all of Belgium. And so John
there are emergencies, Graham.
John is totally in demand for any speaking or party engagement. I mean, he's at embassies. He's at all of the Belgian Film Institute.
Because you can't have a party without an infosec guy.
You can't, because what happens if the internet dies, right?
That's
who are they going to call?
True. Yeah,
there's only 2 guys.
And John writes his own checks. I mean, that's exactly what happens with John. You know, we're all slumming it. So to kind of answer the second part of your question, Carole, I'm wearing special trousers.
Oh, right. Like David Sedaris talked about that, I think, where you have a pipe from your member down into a milk jug that you you then like duct tape to your thigh or something.
That is not milk.
Yeah, don't slap your thigh. Don't slap.
Well, so if it's any hope, I managed to step my dog's pee on the floor.
You did?
Wow.
Earlier this morning.
Great. Well, at least that's hygienic.
I don't know if anybody remembers Billy Connolly's sketch about him male incontinence pants. But I'm wearing something similar, and they've kind of got like a little tie at the knee. And every 4 hours, what I do is go and undo one knee in the garden.
Let's just say I'm staying at a Marriott, and I'm getting even for all the times they've lost my personal day. Okay.
Is a Marriott like the Marriott Hotel? Is that okay? Sorry, it's okay.
I'm Canadian, so we always go up at the end.
See, I'm Canadian too.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, this is going to take.
But I'm from Montreal.
Oh, the posh part of Canada.
Actually, that's not true. Okay, I'm lying. I'm actually from Hawkesbury, a pretty big, was the shithole between Ottawa and Montreal.
I don't hear
Hi, Hawkesburyans.
This podcast brought to you by the Hawkesbury Tourist Agency.
Please visit our shithole and give it 5 stars on Yelp. We'll shit again. Okay, hardcore journalism time. Oh, wow.
All right.
So you guys have been going for some time now, and you've had a little bit of sleep. Who's had the most sleep?
Me.
Yeah, because you slept in.
Like, do you guys want to talk security, or do you think your listeners want a break? Like, do you guys want a break?
There are no breaks in InfoSec.
Are you sure?
There is just pain. There's just pain.
No, you've got a pretty good podcast here going, and you've basically
so much fun
milking the security cow, so to speak, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But it's all in a good cause.
Well, exactly.
Now.
I have a game here I thought we could play. So this is a game a friend gave me. I had a called Am I Normal? It's a card game.
We work in InfoSec.
She said, sorry, I hope you're not insulted. And I said, no. So anyway, I pulled out a few cards from the game.
This is going to be hilarious.
Right? Now, what you guys need to do, you can share your answers, or you just want to make a tick either on the left or the right. And the way they say it is, I'll read it to you because it's a bit weird. They say, as we go through them, decide whether or not you identify with or in any way recognize what is being said. If you do, right, put a check on the right. Okay.
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 Sorry. So if we recognize it's on the right, if we don't, it's on the left.
That's right. Yeah.
That
Okay.
right
You guys
is
can
yes.
play at home as well.
That's
You can play at home.
Okay, that's
correct.
correct.
Don't
It's
say
better.
it's
Thank
right.
you.
I'm confused. I'm
Okay,
confused
remove
because
your-
I don't know where to put my.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you each and every time. What you just
Okay,
follow my
okay.
lead here. Okay.
Okay.
Question number one. Question number
Yes.
one.
Yes.
I badly want to win, triumph, and quietly humiliate.
Ooh.
So if you decide whether if you identify with that or recognize it, put a check on the right.
Okay.
Okay. Question number two. In a way that most people don't realize, I'm actually quite amazing.
Yes, definitely. Can I put 2 ticks? Right, okay.
Double underline.
Is everyone having fun? Is everyone having fun? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel there's going to be not a good outcome here, but
I suspect my partner might, in a way, prefer me dead.
Does this mean romantic partner or partner you do a podcast with, Carole? That's what I want to know the answer to.
I think you could choose, Graham. You could let me know.
Yeah, I think, all right.
In small and perhaps rather hard to define ways, I think I'm a bit superior to most people.
Yeah, no. You're describing Twitter.
yeah.
There's just a few more. There's a few more.
Okay. All right.
I often feel like the least attractive person in the room.
Oh, I'm an infosec.
We're at an InfoSec conference right now. So.
I find, okay, this is a
Based on
great one.
shower alone.
This is a good one. This is a good one. I find spending time with my phone more interesting than interacting with pretty much anyone.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, a friend of mine said she looked on her phone. She was nervous about doing this, but she looked on her phone to see how many hours she spent on her phone a day.
Yeah.
You know what? She averaged 6 hours. And she
Right.
says, if someone had asked her, she would have said 2 max.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, 2 more. On my own, I sometimes try to increase the length and intensity
Hello.
of a fart.
Oh.
Graham, what's wrong?
I just know what you're like.
When you're alone.
That gets
Where's
a big,
John?
Yeah.
Where's John?
On my own.
it gets a big yes from me.
Obviously, when you're in public,
So okay,
Goes
I'm
without
gonna
saying.
I'm
On
gonna
public
pause.
it's
transportation.
hardly worth it when you're on your own, is it?
I'm gonna pause on this penultimate card to
no.
ask how you could actually do both those things at once. You know, like you guys are an infosec, you're smart, right? Length and
We-
intensity,
we
same
live in-
time.
We live in data centers, so you know, air exchange going.
Lots and lots of beans.
Okay, and then the last one. In the end, porn often seems a lot easier. Okay, so those are your questions.
Wow.
Get to know
I thought I
Can
didn't
someone
think you.
fix the washing machine?
And here I thought the questions were going to be, what is your mother's maiden name? All right.
Okay, that was 10 questions, right? So
Okay.
Was it? Okay.
can you guys tell me? Can you guys tell me the number of cards in the pot in your on your right tick
Which
list?
is the yes side.
Which is the yes side.
We agree
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't need to know which ones, but just like
Who should go first?
I'm embarrassed to say, I'll go first, but I'm embarrassed to say that I had 8.
8. Okay. So any
I think
anyone
we know what your answers were then. I think there's no mystery there.
I'm going to fill it. I'm going to give you now. Anyone around 8. Here's your the legend for your response. You are very normal indeed.
Oh, really?
Your mind is definitely at points a little disconcerting, but that's to be expected, given what human nature is like.
Okay.
Congratulations on being in touch with who you really are.
Wow.
Wow, you see?
I did not think it was going to go that way.
Exactly.
I think I want to change some of my answers now.
Now, those of you who are like, I have 2.
Low score, yeah.
Right, the low scorers.
I
your
had
parent-
3.
Okay,
That's
so this
3.
is for you, Graham.
Right,
Your
yeah.
apparent normality is extremely intense, but it appears that your journey to self-knowledge has not yet begun.
Oh.
Like Mr. Miyagi. It's like
So there
listening
you
to
are.
Deepak Chopra.
This is a card game from the School of Life. Very cool little
That's
outfit.
cool, yeah.
So Carole,
Yeah.
I'll give you my score.
Okay. Yes, please do.
So I had a nice even split in both camps.
Okay. Well, there's an answer for you as well.
Go.
You're certainly very respectable, and the contents of your mind could almost be read out in public. But the score does suggest a certain lack of self-acceptance and candor.
That's fair.
I agree. That's what I was around there too. I was low actually. When I did this, I was quite low. So I was like Graham, I was obviously lying. I've not begun my journey to self-discovery.
So the question was around, are you normal or not? What score did you need to get to be considered not normal?
I suspect knowing the school of life. Yeah, I think didn't matter. I think it's all normal. Basically, the spectrum of human nature is so broad. So broad.
I thought it would be a lot more incriminating. So thank you, Carole.
You see, I'm gentle. You guys have been doing this for a long time. You're doing a good thing.
Oh,
we need to look after. Could we send like some pizza around to you or something? Could we organize that? I mean, if we took some orders, do you want dough?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's send you guys pizza.
You guys need something?
You know who needs the pizza?
Oh, but they're all in different locations, Greg.
Yeah, well, we can stretch to that. We can stretch to that.
No,
right? Just email us their addresses.
Our tech crew are killing themselves on this. And they are largely working for free. So if you are going to
let's do that.
Let's give it to you, because here's a scenario that was shared with us by Matt. So Matt lives with a bunch of other uni students who are probably still asleep from their huge night out that they had. And he went into some detail on that night, but we can't talk about that night. If there's anybody that needs pizza, it's Matt and the people he's living with.
Seriously, if you email us their details, obviously don't put them out over the
do it in a private email on
Twitter.
Yeah. We are touching on security. Okay.
What do you think they'd like? What do you think they'd like? Like pepperoni?
Hawaiian?
What does it?
No one likes Hawaiian. No, it's Hawaiians.
You know what, guys? Graham, can I be honest? Can I be honest?
What are you going to say?
Well, the truth. So 10 minutes before we called, Graham called me up and said, we're doing BCon in like 5 minutes. And I said, yeah. And I said, well, what are we going to do to make it exciting? And I said, why don't we buy them pizza? And he went, that's a great idea. Yeah. I said, not if they order Hawaiian. And I just want you to know that he jumped in on this call, stole both those things, right? Took credit for both those ideas in the call, didn't he?
Well,
I like Hawaiian.
Yeah, just saying.
I'm just wondering about your professional arrangement. Is it a case that Carole, you come up with all the ideas and Graham basically steals?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's good arrangement.
That's called a muse.
But see, but it kind of works in my favor too, because he's like the Liberace of our duo, right? He likes the Twitters.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Wait, did he do anything bad?
Well, I don't know.
Liberace?
He didn't do anything naughty. It's just hard now. Bill calls everyone. Like, my whole
It's
childhood's
not like
been
Bill
ruined.
Cosby. He's not Bill Cosby, as far as I know.
Exactly. You see, you don't know exactly. Anyway. But he's just more, he gets, he's out in the Twitters, he's doing the social stuff. I'm more of a,
Carole's a bit of a backroom girl, isn't she? Which Liberace never was. But there you are, Carole, on the podcast each week, and you're doing your talks and things, and
thanks
quite a following. You've got quite a following. Not a Kim Kardashian style following. I mean,
Sorry, I think someone wants to say something, Graham.
Carole was the power behind the throne, right, Graham? And so
behind the porcelain throne.
Yeah, some people call it theft, but whereas you call it sharing good practice, right?
See, it's interesting, isn't it?
So I do have one serious question.
Please go ahead. Shoot.
What to spoil it, didn't you?
Graham, Carole, what were the couple of the biggest stories that you covered in 2019?
Ooh.
There was the one we did when we were reviewing what Ofcom were trying to, they were talking to the people to find out who found what rude and what words should they ban on television before and after 9 o'clock.
Wow.
And they went around to people on the, do you know, I was at a Halloween party and we were doing a pub quiz and they said, come up with a scary name. And the scariest name was Boris Johnson's Johnson.
Which we're not even sure how many children it's produced, I would think.
So the list from Ofcom is literally, they would go up to people in the street and go, do you find beef curtains
for goodness
inappropriate or not? Literally.
Oh.
No, but for real.
It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
We've had a disclaimer out. That's all good.
Yeah, we're good. So really, this was
for real. And one of the words I'm not going to say, it starts with a G.
Okay.
And it rhymes with hunt.
Okay.
Yes, and that is
G.
yeah, it starts with a G. So if you wanna Google that privately,
Okay.
Yeah,
start page
probably
it
not.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Start page it.
Urban
Okay,
Dictionary,
I'm
maybe.
at work, so I'll just run that and see what
Wasn't
happens.
maybe the biggest computer security related story, but
Oh,
it's only,
okay,
it's only got
Ben.
it's only got a
Okay,
big
Ben.
reaction on our
I
podcast.
think deep fakes.
Whoa! I didn't know what that was. I'm not. Wow.
Educator, a professional educator.
Okay.
I think
cannot
deep.
unsee that.
I'm sorry.
I
I
had image search on.
Oh, whoa.
That's a bad idea.
I think deep fakes. I think deep fakes were the big story for me for 2019. The idea and liar birds. So the idea of like fake news, and I know fake news is now 2-3 years old that we've been bandying that word around daily.
Right. Yeah.
But I think the idea behind it more than the threat has just unsettled people a lot.
I think so, yeah. Deep fake, absolutely, because it is it's sort of dystopian nightmare material, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, the potential. And I don't know if we're all overreacting to it, but at the same time, you know, we could be being deep faked right now. Maybe the beer farmers over there.
Well, I am. You think
Oh,
you think I took my Sunday at 3:00? No, I'm kidding.
So we just went through a process of undying our hair pink after our brief stint with Cambridge Analytica, which turned out to be not our best gig. Cambridge Analytica, bad con, would not con again, 1 star on Yelp.
It was a bad experience. It was nearly as bad as B-Sides or Lambato. That was pretty bad.
Yeah,
But you see, we know all about deep fake because we've got a deep fake in the Beer Farmers. His name's Sean. because he's been pretending that he's South African for years.
And instead, he's from Rhodesia.
He's from Northern Rhodesia.
Yeah.
So, okay.
See what I'm going to put up with. Jeez.
Absolutely.
I didn't think you're allowed to call it Rhodesia anymore, are you? Or is that part of the joke? Have I missed out? Sorry.
It's part of the joke. But
Oh dear. There you go. We'll edit that out, right, before we put it out.
Yeah,
I've been selling my Rhodesian passports online for years now. And I'm telling you, it's a huge moneymaker.
Yeah. And Sean hasn't denied that he's Zimbabwean, so it's an important point here.
Yeah.
What part of I am not Zimbabwean is?
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry, what? You're cutting out.
you say that, Sean, but that's not quite a flat denial, is it?
Now, guys, should we, Graham? Maybe
Yes,
I should
hello.
just having a slide with you.
Yes,
Should we
yes.
tell people what our show is so that they could actually?
That would be a bit tacky,
No.
wouldn't it, Carole?
Would it? Would it?
I think you've earned it. I think you deserve a couple of minutes just telling people who you actually are.
Yeah, to make this all a win-win, right?
Well, you are Carole Theriault. You're a French-Canadian podcast co-host.
Based in Oxford, UK.
Based in Oxford, UK, who joins on a weekly basis myself. How would you describe me, Carole?
You're larger than life.
Tall,
Charming.
handsome, good looking.
Exactly.
James Bond
plagiarist.
info set.
Once named the 11th greatest cyber Briton.
Wow.
Something
Then
like
there were
that.
12.
Yeah, exactly. He got a t-shirt made. He didn't make the list. He just got an honorable mention. Let's tell the truth, right? The top 10 list, you got an honorable mention.
Me and Alan Sugar got honourable mentions.
Sugar. And then you went out and got a t-shirt made, and
Naturally.
you walked around saying 11th greatest Britain.
Well, you know, I think
I
these
bet you
things
still
to
have
be-
it.
I think we need matching T-shirts for Security Serious Awards. I think that would be brilliant.
Did you-
most popular blogger.
Did we mention the name of our podcast, Carole, in that little plug?
No, it's
No, I
called
didn't think so.
Smashing Security,
It is smashing.
right?
And there's
Graham thinks it's his show.
There's marginally more security-related content than we've
Than a beer
exhibited in the last 20 minutes, but only marginally. There's an awful lot of off-topic stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. But that's kind of the antidote to the whole thing, right? The fact that you can inject a little bit of comedy into what we do, because that's kind of why the Beer Farmers exist.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. You know,
Just to poke fun at shit and try and get people to stop taking everything so seriously.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It'd be so
I-
easy to be depressed.
I
wouldn't it?
remember
So-
that time where Tavis Ormandy told a joke, and then 90 plus 1 days later, I got the punchline. I was working on that all week.
That actually was a good joke. Ian.
Was it? Okay,
That
thank you.
was a cracker.
I had some inappropriate ones, but
Yeah.
Can I ask a question, though? Can I ask a question about making security fun?
yeah.
Okay, so don't think, so if my mechanic tried to make my car, my car maintenance fun, I would be really right? I'd be like, shut up.
I'm dying.
Just fix it and tell me what I need to do to not have to come here again very soon.
I don't need the clown shoes.
This is just something occurred to me. I did a talk a few weeks ago, and this was I decided, because I was going as an independent, I could just say what I wanted, right? Yeah. So I did, and it went down like it went very well, but it's true.
But on the flip side, if you did a joke to your car mechanic and he just gave you a grunt, you'd be what a miserable git.
Yeah, it's true. No, if I made a joke to them and they laughed at it and said, hey, I'll throw in and do all the tires for free, that's when you're talking, right? Yeah. So it's true. Making a rapport probably does really matter, because otherwise. But I don't think people should assume that security is fun for most people. I think everyone's lives are pretty busy, and unless you're in drinking the Kool-Aid every day, it's just not something that you take it seriously. You don't want to be educated in every aspect of it. No. I think we'd be very smart in our industry to just kind of bring it down to the basics, because 80-20, right? They do two things that are better than they did before. They're way safer.
Yeah, great point.
Just 2FA. Just have 2FA and have good, just password by hygiene. Just start there. Make that your 2020 rule.
Absolutely. And what a fantastic way to end on a security topic.
There you go. You see, I brought it around. I'm a professional, guys. I'm a professional.
Well done. You did fantastic. So, okay, time is up, Graham and Carole.
Thank you very much.
It's not what we expected, but thank God for that.
It was a delightful, what do you call that, like interlude? No.
Yeah, and neither of you yawned. No one yawned.
No one yawned.
There you go.
This many hours.
Exactly. I take it as a, high five.
Well, I'm going to
raise money. Asking security and just say, do check it out, because there is a lot of great content, great information, and these are industry veterans that I admire and
well, old people.
Oh my God, I'm blushing, guys.
They're so old.
Yeah, I'll go change my Depends now. Bye.
Fantastic. Cheerio, chaps. Thank you very much, Steve. Wonderful. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.